What is up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Robbie, and this is the Unmap Your Life project, where I go on a journey of permanently leaving my 9 to 5 corporate career, life, whatever you want to call it. I'm never going back. That's the goal anyway. So yeah, so this channel is, me documenting my goal of permanently leaving the 9 to 5 work culture. And then honestly as well, I don't want to work at all. So the goal is to get to a place where I don't have to work at all. Like not even part-time. So I was working full-time. I am now working part-time. So the next goal is to not work at all and still be able to live. How I'm going to do it, I don't know. But follow my channel to see if I can actually eventually stop working. So I am 39. I don't know if I've said that in my videos. I'm pretty sure I have. I'm 39. I'll be 40 in November. And I am working to officially retire because obviously I am not anywhere close to retirement age. So but anyway, yeah, so this channel is about me going on a journey to never working a traditional job. And I mean, right now I have stepped away from my 9 to 5 full-time, and I am now working a part-time job. So, like I said, I want to get to a space where I don't have to work at all, and still be able to sustain myself. So that means obviously working to be able to grow my own food, buy some land, hopefully live as cheap as possible. So all the things that come with, taking a very non-traditional journey. All right, so just a few updates because I know it's been almost 2 weeks since I've uploaded the video, and I want to, document what's going on. So right now, like I said, I'm working part-time. I'm doing about 20 hours a week, 25 hours a week. So that's perfect. My max is 25. I told myself that if I can just do 25 hours a week, 25 hours a week, I'll be happy. So I am on track to making that happen. So happy. I work Monday through Friday, and I am happy with that. Eventually, as I'm like cutting back, I would like to cut back to working, maybe 3 days. Cut back to working 3 days a week, 25 hours. Well, not 25 hours. Yeah. How much? About 15 hours. I don't know if I can. 15 hours, 3 days a week. So that's about 5 hours a day. I don't know. I don't know if that's realistic. I really don't know if that's realistic. But that's the next goal, is to go down to working 3 days a week, 5 hours a day. Is that realistic? It may not be, but that's my next goal. All right. So anyway, that's funny. I know people do that. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so update. I have found 2 programs. So in my other videos, I mentioned that I don't want to go back to school. I am not trying to get in any more student loan debt. I have no desire to go back to school for another degree. I have 3 degrees. I am done with them. Just school isn't even on my radar. But I have been trying to locate some programs, like free, anything that I can do that will help me and potentially how can I say this? So in my other videos, if you watch some of those, you know that I am wanting to work with plants. I want to garden. I want to buy some land. I want to, you know, grow my own food and yeah, just have a really pretty, beautiful garden. Like, and that's just what I do for the rest of my life until I die. Um, but as of right now, I don't have a green thumb. I don't have a lot of knowledge around farming, gardening, and things of that nature. So I've been volunteering. I've been looking for free classes. I found two programs. So one I applied to last week. I applied, I think it was maybe on Friday. Um, yeah. So I did call it's a nonprofit here in Georgia, and I was on the website looking for volunteer opportunities, and I came across this nonprofit. I went to their website, and they have a 10-month um, green space restoration program. It's free. We don't have to pay for it. And so, you know, this is about sustainability and, you know, is my dog? Oh, I thought my dog. Oh, they're playing. Yeah, so this is about working, you know, around the local region and just maintaining a healthy environment. So just, you know, very ecological, you know, sustainability projects. So I applied to that program. It doesn't start until next year. Fingers crossed. I do think you know, I talked to the lady. We had like a little mini interview, and she got some background information, and I put in the application, and I feel like I got it. I got into the program, but just in case, I don't want to go into this with an ego, you know, like I just know I want to be accepted into the program. But I have a good feeling that I am going to be accepted into that. So that is starting in March, if I'm not mistaken, and it should go to the end of the year. So then that's next year. I am so excited for next year. All right, another program. So next week I am going to be doing attending an information session, and it's about master gardening. It's a volunteer program. So the program is free, but you are expected to contribute a certain amount of hours a year to your local community doing something, you know, maybe at a local garden, at a farm, or something of that nature. So you are required to give, I want to say 50 hours a year volunteering with different community gardens or doing something. Maybe you're teaching something about gardening. Maybe you're volunteering at local farms. What is it? Like food banks, things of that nature. So a farmer's market. But I am required to volunteer for this program. It is free. It is you know, you do get your master gardening certification and all those things, but you do have to volunteer. So I am fine with, because I need all of the free education I can get. The more, the better. So 2 programs I am going to hopefully be a part of next year. I am excited because next year the goal is to buy some land. I don't need a lot of land. You know, 2 acres, 3. But it would be nice to be able to buy some land next year, before the end of next year anyway. My lease will end September of next year. So I have a year to figure out how I'm going to buy some land. How, like, I gotta figure this out. But yeah, the goal is to buy some land, and that's that. Like, I don't need a big house. I don't need, you know, a giant piece of property, but I am hoping that I will be in a space where I can buy some land. So my goal is to potentially like have the garden, you know, grow my own fruits and veggies, maybe have some chickens. I don't want I don't want a big farm, but I would like to have something that will sustain myself for the most part. Also, I was working last week there, you know, while I'm at work, you know, taking care of the plants. I do get a lot of compliments on my plants. So I am like super happy about that because I'm doing something right. But there's a guy who I see every morning. He come to the store. He's always, you know, very happy dude, positive attitude, and he stopped and complimented the plants. And you know, I think he asked me if I was a personal trainer. Now, I used to be a personal trainer. Used to be in the military. I am still very. If you look at me, well, I got this giant shirt on, but if you see me out in person, I still work out, I still hike, I'm still super active. And he asked me if I was a personal trainer. And I was like, I used to be, not anymore though. But anyway, we started talking and that conversation led to me. I told him I was in the military. I used to be in the military. So I'm still, you know, I'm still active and I still have that physique, you know. Um, yeah. Anyway, but I mentioned me being a veteran, and then that kind of led into what I was doing now with me working with plants. And I did tell him, I said, you know, like this is, I did tell him I left my corporate job, and that me working with plants, it is very therapeutic. Like, I don't know. I mean, we all have, some people hike and some people kayak, and there are certain things that is just very calming. And for me, working with plants is very calming. Like, I enjoy seeing the plants grow. I enjoy like coming into work and seeing how beautiful the plants are. And it's because of me, you know, like I take care of the plants and I get a lot of compliments. People come by and was like, wow, the plants look great. You know, they ask me questions and I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, I am not a professional. Please be very careful asking me for any type of plant advice because I am not a professional. I don't say that out loud, but you know, I'm thinking you may want to go to Google or Chat GPT for advice on how to take care of your plants. But a lot of people come by and they're like, wow, the plants look great. You know, I come out here all the time to the store and I see the plants and they look great. So I am getting a lot of compliments. But in sharing, you know, the little bit of knowledge I have with people and all of the compliments and then how I feel taking care of the plants is very therapeutic for me. And I enjoy it. Like, seriously enjoy it. Like, I want to have my own garden. There's a vision I have with how I want my garden to look and how much time I want to spend on my land growing beautiful plants, you know, growing food and you know, fruits and veggies. And I just really, really want to have a beautiful space, green space. Like, I want to create this tropical garden. I have this vision of having like the best garden. So I really, really, really hope I can buy some land. With the 2 programs I want to be hopefully joining next year, it gives me enough knowledge to, you know, really have a beautiful garden, something that people can come and visit. One of the local community gardens that I go to volunteer at is open to the community, so people can just come and take a look at the garden. You know, they can volunteer. And I was thinking to myself, wow, like I will really love to have a nice property where people can come and volunteer. People can come and just enjoy the garden and come to learn about plants. I would love to have that on my property. So that's a goal I am pursuing. So it is really important that I find some land, because if this is therapeutic for me, I know other people could benefit from spending, you know, a week on my property and just helping with the garden. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to happen with this project that I am working on, or this new journey that I am working on. Um, but I am super excited. Like that's where I'm at right now. Is really that's it. I just have to take it day by day, and next year, I I really don't know how I'm gonna afford it because, I quit my job that paid me a decent income where, and now I am like, I don't make a lot of money, so I don't know how I'm gonna find some land that I can afford, but we're gonna make it happen, all right? I can manifest that. I know I can make this happen. But that's my update. There's nothing else that's going on. Fingers crossed, send a positive prayer, whatever you do, out into the universe that I am hopefully going to be accepted into these programs, and that hopefully next year around this time I will be able to buy some land because my lease ends in September of next year. So that means I have a year to see if I can make this happen. And if not, then I guess I'll be renewing my lease for a year, and that would give me another year to figure it out. But yeah, like I am super excited. Like I am really just, I just want this to happen now. I need it to happen now, but I'm being patient. I don't want to rush the process. But that's where I'm at in my current, just as of today. So that's just my update. I am, it's about 10 o'clock, so I need to take these dogs out. They're looking at me like, girl, you've been at this video thing for about an hour. But, yep, that's my update. That's it. So, like the video, subscribe to the channel to see if I can make this happen. Stay tuned for the journey, man. Like I am just walking through. So I don't know what I'm gonna do in the next video. I feel like I would want to do something a little bit more interesting than just sitting here talking. But yeah, so anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned for the journey. Yeah, hopefully you will see this nice, beautiful tropical garden in Georgia as I am on this journey. So yeah, I'm done. I don't know if you can tell, I am like tired. I am so tired. But again, guys, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.